Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. In this video, I will show you how to use Oracle 651 permanent vinyl on a Libby Glass cup using your Cricut. Come on y'all, let's see how I did it. For this project, I will be using Oracle 651 permanent vinyl. I will be using a glass Libby cup. I will be using Cricut transfer tape, and I will be using parchment paper. I will leave a list of all of the items in the description of this video. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure my cup. Using my fabric measuring tape, I am going to measure the circumference of my tumbler. So I'm going to take the measuring tape and I'm going to wrap it around the tumbler, and then I am going to record where the measuring tape meets the other side, which is the 0 side. So this is the 0, and then I'm going to record this. So according to the measurements, the circumference of this cup is 9 by 3/8. Then I'm going to measure the height of the tumbler. So when measuring the height of my tumbler, I'm only going to measure the flat surface of my tumbler because I want to put the vinyl on the flat part and not the round part, because if you put it up too high or down too low onto the curved areas, then you risk your vinyl wrinkling. And so I'm only going to put it on the flat part. And according to this measurement, the tumbler height is about 4 3/4. After measuring the cup, I am going to add my design to the canvas. To add my design to the canvas, I am going to select Upload on the left toolbar. I am going to select Upload Image, Browse. I'm going to browse to the location, and I am going to select the SVG, which is the Microsoft Edge file. I am selecting this SVG file because I want to use the 2 layers that comprises of the design. So once I select my design, I'm going to select Open. This screen is showing the image I am uploading. So I am going to select Continue on the bottom right. This is the image detail screen. Here you can change the name of your image, or you can add any tags or any relevant detail that you want to use to be able to find your design later. I'm not going to do anything on this screen, so I'm going to select Upload on the bottom right. The image is uploaded to the canvas, and as you can see on the right side is the layers panel, and you can see that there are 2 layers to my design. So I just wanted to make sure that I point out that you can see the 2 layers that I spoke about earlier. Now with the design on the canvas, I am going to resize it. So according to my measurements, I want to size my design to 9.375 in width and 4.75 in height. To change my size, I am going to select my whole design, and on the top toolbar, I am going to unlock the lock proportion. I am going to change the width to 9.375 and hit enter. Then I'm going to change the height to 4.75 and hit enter. With the design size, I am going to select Make It on the top right. On this screen is my design on the color coordinated mats. So you have the brown for the inside of the sunflower, and you have the yellow that has the sunflowers and the hearts on it. Because I will be using transfer tape to pick the design up, I am not going to mirror this design. So I'm just going to select continue on the bottom right. On this screen, I am going to select premium vinyl texture as my material setting. To cut the permanent vinyl, I will be using the green standard grip mat. I am going to place the vinyl on the mat with the paper backing onto the mat. So the vinyl will be facing up and the paper will be on the mat. I am going to line the vinyl up with the grids on the mat. And then I am going to make sure that I squeegee it down, or smooth it out so that there are no bubbles in the vinyl. Now that I have my mat loaded, I am going to get the design cut and weeded. I'll be back to show you how I apply it to the cup. Oh man, guys, my backing of my vinyl stuck to the mat, so some of my pieces are ripped out, and so I have to add those back to the transfer tape later. But what I'm going to do now is, now that I have weeded the design, I am going to take and put both of the layers on to one piece of transfer tape. So to do that, I am going to place my design onto the transfer tape, and I am going to cut the transfer tape the same size as my design on the backing paper. So I'm going to cut it the same size. Then I am going to take the transfer tape and I am going to place it on top of my design. So I'm going to take the transfer tape and I'm going to place it on top of the design like that. And then I'm going to squeegee it down so that it doesn't have any bubbles in it. I'm going to squeegee it down. So I can make sure that it doesn't have any bubbles in it and that the vinyl transfers to the transfer tape. Then I'm going to remove the backing paper from the transfer tape. And you want to go slow because you want to make sure that your vinyl sticks to the transfer tape. So you want to go slow. Next, I am going to use this backing from my transfer tape, and I am going to cut a piece of parchment paper the exact same size. Then I am going to place the transfer tape with the design on the parchment paper, and I am going to leave a little bit of the design hanging off of the top of the parchment paper. So placing it down, leaving some of the design exposed. See? Some of the sticky part of the design is exposed. Next, I am going to line the petals of the sunflower to the middle of the sunflower. So I'm just going to put the sunflower onto the vinyl, lining it up, making sure that it is where I want it to be. So I'm just lining it up, and I can see the design through the parchment paper. And so once I get it lined up where I want it, then I am just going to place the top edge that was exposed. I'm just going to squeegee that down, press that down. And then I'm going to lift it up, lift up the design. And then I'm going to remove the parchment paper. And you want to be careful that you don't move the bottom design when you are moving the parchment paper. So you want to make sure that everything stay lined up the way that you had it. And then you just want to squeegee it down. Now that everything is lined up, I'm just going to remove the backing from the inside of the sunflowers. And here again, you want to take your time because you want to make sure that the vinyl sticks to the transfer tape. Next, I am going to clean the cup with some alcohol to remove any oil or debris from the surface of the cup. And this is going to help the vinyl to adhere to the cup. And it's also going to help with it having longevity, so it's going to last longer. So now that I'm finished cleaning the cup, I'm just going to place the design on the tumbler. So I'm going to place the center of the design first, and I just want to make sure that I get it laid down so that it's on the flat surface. So I'm going to lay it down, and then I'm just going to press it down. And then I just want to kind of go from the inside, from the middle to the side to make sure that the design is laid down with no bubbles. Once I have the transfer tape with the design applied to the cup, I'm just going to slowly remove the transfer tape because again, you want to make sure that your design is adhered to the cup. So you want to go slow and press down any areas that need to be repressed so that your vinyl can stick to your cup. Okay guys, so here is the cup. What do you guys think? I did add some rhinestones to the lid just to give it some extra oomph. Like I like adding rhinestones to the lids of my tumblers or my cups where I can. And so this is our cup. So tell me in the comments, what do you guys think? I love it. It is so cute and so adorable. Tell me what you guys think. All right, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you're able to follow along with my process. If you like this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.